Tomb Raider is the new video game adaptation movie starring Alicia Vikander as Lara Croft. And this movie is based on the previous two reboot games more than anything of the original games. It definitely borrows from those games, but we'll get to that when we start talking about the movie itself. But in this movie, Lara Croft is set out on an adventure to, I'm going to keep it vague because the trailers don't give you a lot to go on, to find a tomb and raid it, and there's an evil spirit kind of involved, and there's a bad guy played by Walton Goggins who's trying to interfere, and yeah, that's what I'll say about the plot, because trailers surprisingly keep it fairly vague, but it is a pretty simple story overall, especially if you played the games like I have, and I love the games, the last two games. I have reviews for them coming soon, don't know when exactly. I've shot them already, I just have to edit them. But yeah, so I love the games, and there's a lot of fan service in this movie, but it's not overwhelming, it's not like in your face or anything. It is definitely like, it doesn't overshadow any of the characters or the story or anything like that just to show fan service. It's just little moments here and there, like little Easter eggs, like that. It was like, "No one leaves" was like printed on like a, or it was like written on like a stone at one point, and like it's a reference to the first game, and it's like little subtle things like that. Like the pickaxe shows up eventually, like little things like that. It's very quick stuff. It's very in the background, but it's a lot of fun if you're a fan of the games like I am. And Alicia Vikander as Lara Croft, she's really great in this movie. I think she very well embodies the character, the fun adventurous aspect of Lara Croft, the kind of vulnerable side of her. I think she shows it from all angles, and I think she's a lot of fun in this movie. And she's very good in the action sequences, which are also a lot of fun. Some of them are a little choppy as far as editing goes, but nothing like really jarring like the Resident Evil movies or something. You could still pretty much make out everything that's going on. So yeah, the action's a lot of fun. The story itself is, I mean, it's kind of basic, but it is enjoyable. It is kind of a cool adventure they're going on. It is a little contained, but I did like that because the games were very contained as well. At least the first game. The second game branches out a little more, but they do take aspects from both games in this movie as far as the story goes. As far as like the island seclusion is definitely taken from the first game, but the whole Trinity society that's led by, not led by Walton Goggins, but he's the leader of this like small expedition of Trinity, of this like branch of Trinity. He's he's actually really good in this movie. But Trinity doesn't come into the second game. I'm not going to tell you everything about the games right now. But yeah, that was cool. I like how those kind of fed in together. I like how they took from both games and gave good fan service while also actually providing a very fun movie on its own. Because this actually is very well directed. I don't know the director's name. It's like Roar something. I can't pronounce his name. Sorry. But he does a really good job directing, I think. I think he was good with the action. I think the set pieces that they had for the action were really cool. I think this movie could have benefited from a higher budget, I think. Overall, the budget could have been a little higher because it does feel a little cheap in like a couple shots. Like there's some CGI in the background that's a little fake looking. There's also, the pacing's also a little choppy towards the middle, especially because actually, heck, I'll just say like the first half of the movie is a bit choppy as far as pacing goes, because it'll rush through some things and then it'll slow down a little too much for some other scenes, and then it'll rush back through some stuff. It takes a bit. It's a little jarring with the pacing, especially at a point in the second act where there's kind of a reveal. And speaking of reveals, as far as the ending goes, the ending feels very tacked on. There's an ending reveal that's just very tacked on. I knew that it was a thing because I played the games, so I was aware of where this was going. But I thought they would save it for the next movie, and they really should have if they were going to make another one. I think they should have left that part alone. I think they should have cut the last like 3 or 4 minutes out of the movie entirely. I think it would have been fine. But overall, I do think Tomb Raider is a lot of fun. It is a very fun movie. It's just simple, popcorn action movie fun. It's a very entertaining pre-summer movie, pre-summer blockbuster, if you will. And I think it is the best video game movie we've gotten. I enjoy Warcraft. I enjoy the Assassin's Creed movie fine. But those are really the only two I like. This one's actually a lot of fun. This is definitely the best video game movie we've had, although that isn't saying a lot. But yeah, so I'm going to give Tomb Raider a B. I think this is a fun movie. I think it is enjoyable. I think that there are two movies out this weekend, and this is one of them. And both I would recommend. I would definitely recommend you see Love, Simon, definitely more. But if you are in kind of an action movie like mood, Tomb Raider is definitely not a bad choice right now, unless you want to go see Black Panther for the zillionth time. I like this more than Black Panther, so sue me. But yeah, so that's my review for Tomb Raider. I'm going to do a review for Jessica Jones Season 2, as well as I have a book review coming for Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, and the Tomb Raider reviews. I got all those filmed, I just got to edit them. But yeah, so that's my review for Tomb Raider, so peace.